Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to cover how we verify the child's name to be put on their custom products with the parents prior to the photo shoot to ensure that nothing is spelled wrong and we don't have to go back and fix things after the photo shoot takes place. Tune in. Again, we're using GotPhoto. If you're using another system, I'm sure they run into the same issues. If not, hats off. But again, this is just, so this is probably going to be a little more GotPhoto centric. But I'm going to go into Pixnub and how we utilize that system as well to do a name verification with the parents prior to the photo shoot. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So first I'm going to go into our job. And I want to export this metadata. So I've already imported the data spreadsheet that we received from our league. And like I was telling you guys the other day, we use Google Drive quite often. So I'm going to go ahead and just go into their folder. And we're going to tweak this spreadsheet just slightly. So I'm going to create a new spreadsheet, import, upload, and then I'm just going to drag that in. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. First off, I don't need this child ID column, so I'm just going to delete that. But you can see it's giving me first name, last name, gender, birth date, blah, blah, blah. I don't need any of these empty columns, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of clean this up a little bit. So I don't need any of those. I don't need individual photos, group photos, family, siblings, blah, blah, blah. So again, just going to go through and kind of clean this up. Okay, so all of this is fine. But again, empty columns, don't need those. And don't need logins. I do, however, need access code. And I leave barcode in there. It shouldn't make a difference, but I leave it in there. The one catch is you have to delete the 1 in parentheses under your access code or it causes a lot of issues. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and insert just a couple columns here on the left. And what I did was okay, so we're going to find okay, so what I did was I created a silhouette picture just to have a photo, okay? And then I created a name. And I did this in Bridge. If you want me to make another video on that, maybe I'll make a follow-up video on how to do this particular piece. But I just copied this same exact picture a bunch of different times, right? And each one has a name. So what I'm going to do is copy this and I'm going to populate it here. And then I'm going to drag this down. And as you notice, it automatically is adding the next number, right? So what I'm doing is I'm tagging every single name to a photo. Boom. So name 1017. So then when I come back here, so this tells me that the first person is going to use this picture, and so on and so forth. So 1017, so it's going all the way to, where'd it go? Here. Boom. So it's going to use all these photos. These photos don't matter, right? But I'm going to go ahead and keep these for right now. Okay? So to finish getting this spreadsheet, I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up to the top. So I'm going to type in .jpg and then pull this down. And then the next step, I don't even know what this is called. So bear with me here. Concatenate, is that it? So the formula is equals CONC. That's all I know. And then it's right here. Concatenate. Yeah, say that one 10 times fast. All right. So all that formula is doing is connecting two pieces, right? So it's going to connect cell 1 with cell 2. So now I need to tell it which cells I want it to connect. So I'm going to have it connect here, and I'm going to have it connect, comma, sorry, and then I'm going to have it connect there. Hit go, and then you can see it goes there, and then I'm just going to drag this down. And there is a faster way to doing this. A lot of times Excel or Google Sheets will actually prompt you and say, if you hit Control Enter, it'll just auto-populate. So there are different ways of doing this. So again, if you know different ways, that's totally fine. All right, so this column is going to be called SPA, and we're going to need this for our spa template in Photoshop. This column is going to be photo, and this is what we're going to upload back into Got Photo. So we're just going to call this whatever you want. It's we'll call it the name of the league, and then name verification. There we go. All right, so we're going to download this as a CSV. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump into Photoshop, and we are going back into Pixnub using Sports Photo Automation, and we're going to do batch process. So we need to find our player image folder, which is that folder we had earlier, the name's photos. Select that folder. We need a save folder. So that's going to be my name verification in there. And however your folder structure is, I mean, that's up to you, but this is just how we do it. Select folder. We need the PSD template. Now, we did have to create this, and this is something I can help you guys with. If you want to reach out to me, I can either get this template to you or teach you how to create it. So I'm saving as a JPEG, and then I need to select my CSV, which is what we created. And that should be everything. So when I hit run batch, it's going to go ahead and start the process. So essentially what this is doing is it's taking that name photo, which was just that blank silhouette, dropping it in behind this, and then replacing the name. So one thing I did have to go back and change in the CSV is the file names need to be, or the name needs to stay consistent with the template in SPA. So if you guys are familiar with that, that's obviously gonna make more sense. So I'll do a full setup on SPA, but so I had to go through and change this. But as you can see, now all of these have the correct name attached to them. And this is running very, very fast. So this is running about 1 second per image. So obviously it's going to take me a little bit to get through 1,000 images, but this is a good way to get that verification out. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video until this is done. Once this is done, I'll jump back on and show you how I get this uploaded and into Got Photo to get this sent out to the parents. So, all right, we'll talk soon. All right, so we are done processing those, and I just wanted to show you guys. So we processed over 1,000 images in like 13 minutes. So this is a very, very quick process. It takes some time, to put all this together and, get it out there, but it fixes so many other issues on the back end. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of here. I'm going to pull this open, and now you can see I've got everybody in here with their name written on their photo. We just used, baseball was just generic, right? So, I mean, I could customize this to the specific sport. For instance, we're sending this out to basketball. Are we going to get emails of, my kid plays basketball, not baseball? Of course we are, but okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull open Easy Upload. If you guys have any questions specifically on Easy Upload, I do have a video out there on Easy Upload and how valuable this is. So I'm going to go ahead, click on my job, and then I just have to find my folder that I saved those in. And I'm going to start my upload. And again, as you can see, this is very, very fast. So I'm going to pause this, and once this is done uploading, I'll be back. All right, so I have got these uploaded, so I'm just going to go ahead, hide finished uploads. I can minimize that. And we're going to go back into Got Photo. So again, when you look in here, there's nothing there. So hit refresh, and boom, all of a sudden we've got our name verification, and we can click on here. The catch is, you'll notice nothing is tagged, right? Because it doesn't know what to tag them to. So that's why we created this spreadsheet, because what this is doing is saying that this photo, name 0001, is these kids, right? So when I go back to Got Photo, what I'm going to do is go back to my photo management, go more, import metadata. Okay, I'm going to look for my file. So just choose file, click, and then upload. And I wanted to kind of skip through this, so I've already uploaded these. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. I can hit apply, which is what I'm going to do, and it's just going to tag each of the kids. But if you wanted to actually separate them into their groups, you can hit resort photos based on names list, and it's going to resort each photo into their respective group photos based on group, teacher, whatever you designate that to do. So we're just going to go ahead, hit apply. And this is going through, and like I said, what it's doing is it's taking what we classified as the photo and tagging it to each child. So that way we can create a newsletter and verify those. Okay, so you can see now that the photos are attached to each of the kids. So I've got to go back to my settings because I have to set this job to selling. I want to take off any communications because I don't want emails going out to sell what we currently have on there, right? So I'm just going to take communications off. I'm going to come back down, make sure that for some weird reason that the automated communications are not going to go out. I'm going to go to selling, and I'm going to start selling. Okay, so technically this job is live. All right, so then I'm going to go to customers, newsletter, and I can do a more in-depth newsletter for you guys and show you how this is done, but I'm just going to add everybody in this job, and then I have a template for this, which I highly recommend using templates just because it's faster. Name verification. Okay, now I'm gonna have to go through and tweak this a little bit, so I'm not gonna actually send this, but if you look, the generalized newsletter says, hello, listed below is the name we have on file from your league, and this is the name that will appear on your custom images. If you would like to change this, please reply to this email with the appropriate changes you would like to see. Otherwise, no action is needed. I don't want 1,000 people messaging me saying, nope, it's all good. Just don't message me. We're good. Okay? It gives them a picture with their name on it. Boom. Easy. Okay? Got this little tag down here, though, because we used to do this for free. We again, if the name's spelled wrong, I felt like it wasn't, you know, the league gave us the information, and so it was hard for me to charge the parents when the league essentially gave us bad data. So I would do a lot of this for free, and we did a lot of name changes. After photo day, the names will be set in our system, and an editing fee will be applied to change any names. Thanks for understanding. So again, this is what we send out to the parents prior to the photo shoot. We give them a chance to email us back, say, hey, look, this is the wrong name, and then we can change it in the system. So then when we download that to create either in QMate or in Sports Photo Automation with Pixnub, either way, we know we have the correct data. So hopefully this was helpful, and if you guys have any questions regarding this, you know where to catch me. See y'all.